So, I guess the new thing today is the Chinese sent a spy balloon to come spy on us. And I was just commenting the other day on how, uh, the way to get engagement is to, hop on whatever the new thing is. But in this case, it's not a shameless analytics driven thing. It's that I myself am just fascinated by this. But of course, my question is just: are the Chinese just trolling us? Are they serious? An observation balloon? It's just ridiculous. Because of course, the obvious thing is that it is in almost every way, worse than satellite reconnaissance, right? Not quite. There are two advantages that a balloon has over a satellite. One is it's closer to the ground, so the same quality of optics can take higher resolution photos. And the other is debatable, but it's that the flight path is a bit less predictable because imaging satellites, adjusting an orbit takes really a lot of fuel. And so most imaging satellites fly in very regular, predictable orbits, and you know exactly where they're going to be passing overhead. But a balloon isn't exactly hard to see coming either. That's why in all the press releases, they took measures to ensure that, they would not be able to gather any meaningful intelligence, which is not that hard to do. They just, go and cover up with whatever they need to with a tarp, and more so just do what they usually do, which is they have all sorts of plans in place that they already use for when there are satellites flying overhead. Right? They just whenever there's going to be something sensitive out in the open, they just schedule a time to move it or conduct whatever operations they're doing out. Where it would be visible from overhead at a time when the satellites won't be flying overhead. They just implement those same procedures, but for when the balloon is overhead. And of course, the balloon itself does have some amount of maneuvering capability. Fundamentally, it's just driven by the jet stream. But apparently, it does have some internal propulsion capability, which presumably is just used to sort of move, laterally across the wind stream to adjust its course a little bit here and there, so that it flies over the areas it actually wants to see, or that the Chinese want to see. But man, there's a lot of speculation about why they would bother doing this. So one is actually it is a testament to the abysmal quality of their imaging satellites. If they feel that they're able to get better quality images from this balloon, there probably means their imaging satellites are not very good. And the other reason, of course, is essentially to probe our defenses to see how we would respond to it, which is mostly to not do much of anything, which is the right call, because they can just wait until it's out over the Gulf of Mexico or out over the Atlantic, and then shoot it down and go recover the pieces and learn what we can from it, which is probably not going to be a whole lot. But yeah, they probably just wanted to see if they could, and if it would be something that could potentially be more effective than reconnaissance satellite. And also because their satellites are kind of garbage. I mean, you don't want to underestimate their capabilities. Their space program is fairly sophisticated, but it's not just a question of the quality of the optics. It's a question of high resolution optics require large diameter primary mirrors, which are very large and very heavy, and that makes them more difficult to get into orbit. And so their capabilities are just quite a bit behind ours, which is why they feel they can do better with a balloon. So they actually are partially trolling, but more than anything else, it's a testament to how far behind their imaging satellites are compared to ours, or even the Russians, but especially behind ours. So nothing to panic about, but it is just kind of funny, isn't it?